Ever wondered what happens after we die? For the ancient Egyptians, this wasn't just a question, it was the central focus of their entire lives. They believed death wasn't an end, but a doorway to a new, eternal existence. But getting there, that was a whole epic adventure. First things first, your body had to be preserved. This is where mummification comes in. It wasn't just about wrapping a body in bandages. It was a sacred, 70-day ritual. Priests would remove internal organs, except for the heart, which they believed was the seat of intelligence and emotion. The body was then dried out with a special salt called natron and carefully wrapped. Why all the effort? Because they believed your soul, or your ka and ba, needed to recognize your body to reunite with it in the afterlife. Once your body was ready and sealed in a tomb, your spiritual journey began. Imagine yourself stepping into the underworld, a mysterious realm called the Duat. It was a place filled with gods, demons, and tricky obstacles. To navigate it, you needed a guide, and that guide was the Book of the Dead. This wasn't really a single book, but a collection of spells and instructions written on papyrus scrolls, placed in your coffin. It was your personal GPS for the afterlife, helping you overcome challenges and answer riddles posed by terrifying gatekeepers. The most critical moment of your journey was the final judgment, the weighing of the heart. You'd stand before the great god Osiris in the Hall of Two Truths. Here your heart was placed on one side of a giant golden scale. On the other side was a single feather, the feather of Mat, representing truth, justice, and order. The god, Anubis, with the head of a jackal, would oversee the weighing, while Thoth, the ibis-headed god of wisdom, recorded the result. You'd have to make a negative confession, declaring all the bad things you didn't do in life. Like I have not stolen, or I have not lied. If your heart was lighter than the feather, it meant you lived a good and just life. Hooray, you'd passed the test. Osiris would welcome you into the field of reeds, a perfect, idealized version of Egypt. It was a paradise where you could farm, feast, and reunite with loved ones for all eternity. It was a life of eternal bliss, free from sickness, pain, and work unless you wanted to do it. In which case you had little shabby figurines to do the chores for you. But what if your heart was heavy with misdeeds? The outcome was terrifying. Your heart would be devoured by Ammit, a monstrous goddess with the head of a crocodile, the body of a lion, and the hindquarters of a hippo. This wasn't a punishment in a fiery hell. It was something far worse for the Egyptians, complete and total annihilation. Your soul would cease to exist forever. It was the ultimate end, the second death from which there was no return. So, from intricate mummification to a perilous journey and a final fateful judgment, the Egyptian path to the afterlife was a complex and fascinating system. It reveals just how much they valued morality, order, and the hope of an eternal paradise. Their entire civilization was built around preparing for this one ultimate test. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into the ancient Egyptian underworld fascinating, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into history. See you next time.